And who's not? All right.
We don't do drugs either. It's a herb.
Boom. Boom.
Like any other herb that you use to help you feel better.
Let's say that.
It helps me feel better. You guys can feel however the fuck you want.
It is natural, and then they manipulate it in a way, right?
Okay, look.
Okay.
Since you was on Similac, you was being manipulated.
In the constraints of,
you know what I'm saying?
you know, where we're at, and I'm not really actually able to grow my own or anything like that. Of course, I'm fully aware. However, in the natural form, you don't have to do anything to weed to smoke it and feel better. Just like you put herbs into a pot to boil.
100%. And you can even put weed in a pot to boil.
Indeed.
Strain that shit.
It's actually better to, like, you know, drink it, actually. So I support that 100%.
It's better to drink it?
Yeah. Yeah. As a tea. As a tea.
Oh.
Yeah. Because smoke, in theory, is not good for your lungs at all in any capacity. So
ingesting, or not ingesting, but breathing in hot, you know, burning particles.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Into your lungs is just not the greatest.
In any realm, fashion, or form.
But really what it is it's about absorption and then how your body uses it once it's absorbed.
Because there's a THC component in our body. We like process THC. That's why it takes so long for it to leave our system. Because it's something that our body actually uses, the properties.
There's already THC in our system, and the cannabinoids. Right? The cannabinoids interact with that shit or something?
Cannabinoids?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something along those lines. But scientifically,
break it down.
The humans, it's part of the properties. We use it for our body. So it's like, that's why, you know, anything that's not supposed to be in your body is going to like expunge immediately.
Mm-hmm. When does weed smoking become a vice though? When does it become?
When you can't function without it.
Mm-hmm.
When you have an attitude that you can't smoke. When, you know what I mean? Like when it's altering your behavior because you can't do it.
I think it's a vice if you don't smoke it. Because why can't you smoke it? Are you strong enough to smoke it and quit? It's a vice. You have to lean on I can never do it. It's a big old thing in your mind.
Are you trying?
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, are we getting personal?
I mean, look, I'm just saying.
Because I'm never doing crack.
Yeah.
You feel me?
I ain't talking about crack. I'm talking about weed, right?
You take a stronger than regular.
It might be.
People like, where are we going?
It might be. No, I did see. Hey, no lie. I did see a reel. And no, I seen a whole reel. Where the dude was like, "Yo, addiction is not that bad." He said, I literally started smoking meth just to prove that addiction is not that bad, that I can quit it. So I seen a reel of a dude who went that far. It's funny. I think it's got like it's a viral reel. I'm not saying that. Definitely in a joking manner.
Yeah.
But we're talking about weed, guys.
Okay, we're going to stick strictly to weed.
And we're talking about weed. And we're talking about you, Fleek. How come you can't smoke? Huh?
Oh, wait, you trying to put it back on me like I need to.
So what, isn't that a vice?
No.
Isn't your vice not smoking it?
No, so to me, I define vice as something that is affecting your life adversely. You know, something that is changing the outcome worse than it would have been if it were not that you would partake in that thing. So you can have an addiction and a vice, and those can be differentiated by what the outcome is of you using those particular or doing those particular things.
Isn't a vice relating to a vice grip, which holds you and leaves you stuck in place, unable to move?
A vice is a habit, behavior, or practice that is generally considered to be morally wrong in society.
Nice.
Yeah, and look up what addiction is.
That's a vice.
Right? So is addiction a subsidiary of vice? Is it like
So what's the So that's why Miami Vice, huh?
No.
Yeah.
No, that's not.
Yeah.
That's not where that
Yeah.
comes from.
Addiction is when you
It's
have
talking about
a
negative
strong
things in
physical, psychological need or urge to do something or use something.
Okay.
So vice
I
is moral.
apologize. You guys don't have vices.
Addiction is physical
Y'all are
and
addicts.
psychological.
Well, see, look, I choose to smoke.
But see, that's what I'm saying.
And it's
like,
not morally bad in society nowadays.
technically. So it's not a vice,
So it's not
but
a
it
vice.
can be seen as an addiction.
I'm just saying your
And
abstinence from it is a vice.
I don't think that
Let's
I'm
unpack this.
I don't think I'm an addict for weed because I'm able to physically and mentally go through my day without feeling like, oh my God, if I don't smoke today, I'm going to lose my shh.
I don't think I'm addicted because I can go time without it. I can go a long time without it. Honestly, if I don't
I've
have
gone a
treat-
whole pregnancy.
Yo,
Two.
yo,
How long can you go without smoking?
I can go a long time without smoking weed. literally.
I don't think you can go a week.
You don't think I can go a week?
I don't
I've
think you can go
plenty
a week,
weeks and months and years, honestly.
When?
In my life, yes. Not recently, no. I ain't going
Hell no, not
In my lifetime, I have.
Nigga, you don't know my early years. Nigga, my early years, nigga. That's how I wasn't like blowing blunt to blunt, nigga. I was eating string peas and shit, nigga. In my early years, cuz when I wasn't smoking.
Yeah,
No,
early
even
years.
then when I was younger, there's stints, had plenty stints of not smoking. I dropped shit plenty times, but I don't stress if I don't have it. I will smoke it though, because I just make the choice to fucking smoke. It's not an addiction. It's not a need. It's not necessary for me to function.
Okay. So both of you right now, if I was like, y'all don't smoke for a week, y'all could do it?
I think that would
Problem.
be you trying to challenge me in your ego to my ego. Like, why don't
It's not
you
ego,
believe I
Joe. It's a
could do it?
challenge. Like we can set the terms right now. You can say, I'll give up something, sugar.
See, then you
I
jump
won't have any sugar for a
right
week.
into commitment, into the act of me participating in that.
Oh, you
I'm
don't want to
saying that-
participate.
No, I'm saying, why do you need to think that I can do that?
Oh, okay. I'll just be
You know what I'm saying?
honest here. I don't think you can.
See, there you
I
go.
don't think you can do it.
Okay. Well, there you go. You don't gotta think. You have the full right to think that I can't do it.
Okay. Yeah. So you doing it to prove me wrong, I think would change my perspective of what you're capable of. But as of right now, I see
Okay.
you fully encumbered in the marijuana leaf. You ain't giving it up.
Dang, that's
But you have nothing to prove. So I get that. You're like,
it's like that's exactly how I feel. Honestly,
okay. You're like, all right, nigga.
yeah, pretty much. And so, yeah, pretty much. That's a high thought. You know what I mean? I hear what you said. You don't have to believe that I can or can't. I definitely know my own abilities. So with that, I understand you. But I feel you.
Hold on a second. Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to the show. After homies with me here today. We just, get right into the conversation. If you guys would like to be a sponsor and support them, specifically Earl and his addiction with, smoky all the time, please go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that cash out right there. There's no Cash App link. I'll put one down there if you're gonna donate.
Song Lab Live.
This is not Song Lab Live. This is not that.
Just send it to the Cash App.
This is just a podcast.
Yeah.
Not that.
Send it to the
We
Cash
don't
App.
talk about such things on Song Lab Live. I'm not gonna put the camera on you. You can't say that.
S.
Don't even spell. Why are you jeopardizing? He's like,
What is this jeopardizing?
so guys,
Yes.
we heard the Kendrick Lamar response.
Mm-hmm.
How y'all feel about that?
I think his response was dope.
Yeah, I agree.
What was dope about it?
I was reading the lyrics, but I was also talking to someone about it last night before I heard the full thing. And now I can't remember the name of the song. What was the song that he sampled in the beginning of the response?
Oh, it was like an old school.
Right. Yeah.
Let's look that up.
And then I also heard like it's like National Honest Day or something. So it's like he dropped the song on a National Honest Day.
Oh, a lot of hidden context.
You know, it's layers to the diss track, you know.
Euphoria. Here we go. Let's see what the name of the song is he's playing in the front.
That's wild. I thought he just
He did. I like the switch up.
Only watch in silence. The famous actor we once knew is looking paranoid. Just like a degenerate, heavy antics.
This is what's the name of the song?
I can even predict your angle. Fabricate stories on the
Because I feel like I just saw them at the jazz festival.
I'm gonna phone a friend real quick.
On the frame.
I'm gonna phone a friend.
Euphoria.
Peace, Fresh. We were talking about the Kendrick response last night, right? And what was the name of the song that you said that was playing in the beginning?
Teddy Pendergrass.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, sir. I was like, it's a song, and I'm just not remembering what the name was. Thank you. My phone a friend. Thank you.
What up, Fresh?
Just potting real quick. All right. Yeah, so it's just like, and maybe I'm just a little biased because, you know, I spent part of my childhood in California and I'm a Gemini too, and, you know, but I feel like he marked them. Layers.
So Kendrick's winning at this point too.
To me, he is. To me, and just the bars off of his son alone was just like
Rachel.
We don't want to hear you say nigga no more.
I mean, and it's coming back to like a lot of things that were first meant to harm Drake early on, like the blackface and, you know, his acting career. He really did touch on a lot in his verse, and it's kind of strange to me to see people who I literally thought have great musical acumen also be kind of confused about Kendrick's verse,
Right.
as if it had substance or not.
Right.
And I'm like,
Right.
it kind of, there's a lot of bars there, and those bars, they contain information.
Heavy.
And that information is kind of damning.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, did y'all even listen
Listen?
to it and understand what he's saying? And some of the stuff, like Crody, in context, yo, he's straight up like, y'all Canadians aren't even real black folk. Y'all took LA culture.
Yo.
You know what I mean? Y'all aren't even real Crips out there in Canada. Y'all are fake Crippin'. Like,
Came for your whole culture,
Like,
homie. He came
I mean-
for your whole culture.
Yeah. Is it un-American to be on Drake's side right now? You know what I mean?
this is the U.S. versus Canada.
This is bigger than East Coast, West Coast. This is like, you know what I'm
it's
saying?
international now. It's international.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think they just loading up. They testing their defenses. They're just preparing the nukes.
Strategic, right? Because we gonna find out that Drake got a second child. Kendrick dropped that bomb. Like, you got another child out there.
And he raps on my team because I gave him a record deal. Yeah, we want to talk about splits now. This nigga.
Do you feel like Sexy Red needs to jump in this just because she was mentioned? Just because she was mentioned in the song? Sexy Red, Lil Yachty. But he didn't say anything bad about her, though. He didn't say anything bad about her.
No, but you know, she's Drake's whatever the hell that
whatever it is, right?
What was that?
Right?
Well, actually, I do know what it is. So Drake bought a lot of artists' publishing. I think he owns a majority of her catalog.
Oh,
so he's invested into her
heavily because he was there to, you know, make sure the baby got delivered at the hospital.
Yeah, she's an investment for him. Why would Drake invest into
Sexy Red? I mean, look at her. She's obviously getting a response.
Yeah.
You know.
Do y'all feel like Drake be like fake? Y'all think Drake...
That's why I asked if it was kayfabe, bro.
Like,
definitely an opportunist.
It's an opportunist, right?
Definitely an opportunist. But not in a good way. Not in a healthy way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A trend writer.
Yeah. If you will. Yeah.
What do you think, Earl? You think Drake is genuine human being?
I'm sorry. I feel Drake is like, he's a genuine human being that grew up in the industry. He's industry. To say that again, like, look at him. He was in movies when he was young.
Degrassi.
Well, yeah, TV show episodes, whatever. He was acting, doing all that in entertainment. I've always looked at him as an industry dude. Now, I was surprised when he first started coming with those mixtapes in the beginning. I'm not gonna lie, like, them bars was kind of hard and them beats was dope, nigga. Successful.
Yeah.
That shit was hard.
Successful. I still bump Successful.
Hey, that shit was dope, niggas.
I still bump it. I still bump that. Yeah.
The best I ever had and shit like that. Niggas was liking that shit.
Yeah.
I think Kendrick said
people
that he
was
liked
liking
that
that shit.
That
shit was dope. And the shit he did with Timbaland and like.
Yeah,
Drake was killing it for a little bit.
Yeah, those collabs with Timbaland
it was like
very clutch.
It felt
I think that's the last time I really listened to him.
Yeah,
that felt like authentic
he was
Drake.
On all those hooks.
You know what I mean? That's just what I'm saying. The feeling was. Now it's like he's seasoned in the game. The dude been in the game so long doing his thing. It's like, all right, I can expect a Drake hit and shit like that. But he's still always been industry. He jumped from acting into this.
Yeah.
So that's why, in terms of really anything battling, when it comes to hip hop, it still feel like he a guest.
Oh, he don't even live here?
Nah. He's still making a guest appearance.
He's invited to every party. He got the whole guest pass, the season guest pass.
If we don't invite Drake, what we gonna listen to?
To the barbecue. He got the season guest pass to the barbecue.
Yeah.
And this nigga better keep entertaining. Keep entertaining.
You want to stay in America, you better dance.
I'm sorry, but I don't know. I do feel that way a little bit now. It doesn't mean location and all of that is an issue of like music. Nah, music supersede all that and great and all. But if you battling and shit, you want to come into hip hop, which started in New York and then went West Coast, and you gonna battle this West Coast nigga that's straight up out the West Coast. Like, you know what I mean? Like, let's really talk. That does have a lot to say in terms of hip hop, everything. We on all that, and so pray to your sixth God, man.
So I think anyone supporting Drake is un-American at this point.
That's just I'm just saying how I feel.
Like, where's your
hey, where's your loyalty?
And I don't hold on him. He's supposed to do what he got to do. He's supposed to. This is hip hop, and that's why I said it earlier. For everybody to be pointed at Drake, that is giving him the crown. Because that's where all your your pistols is at? Pointed at Drake. Like he the big bad.
I also have been wondering, like, what would happen? Like, where did this all come from? Where it was just like everybody get Drake right now. It was just been interesting.
He be on top.
The
for over a
fallout.
decade.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been like undeniably. I think he's about to pass Michael Jackson
Yeah.
for a number of
Yeah,
hits
dude.
and
He's
whatnot.
he's a phenomenal
So-
artist too. Like as far as just an artist, a creative and artist, and how artists made, and he's like the epitome of what you would have wanted in an artist.
Yeah.
Shit, I don't know if he really like even all the battles that he's done. Like that's not this.
He really should be
It's
battling
not this.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah, like he's pop now. He really went
Battle,
pop and all of that. I think this type of battle, you can't really battle. Okay, if Kendrick better not like really involve real West Coast niggas too, cause like you can't battle. You can't do it. I just don't think you could do because you can't really battle the West Coast like that. You don't got enough behind him to battle the West Coast like that.
Drake don't.
Drake don't. All right, so what artist are you choosing? If he's really all right, cool, fuck it.
You know what? Drake kind of came out stamped from the South though.
That's what I mean.
So
So
he's gonna have a lot of Southern.
who rocking
Bun
with him?
B, Lil Wayne.
You think? I don't know. I don't
those
know.
Southern rappers and Drake. I guess not Future anymore. I guess they fell out. You know what I mean? A lot of the Southern rappers and Drake, I think, would kind of ride against the West, but I don't think it's a.
I don't think Bun B
coastal
gonna ride
battle.
against the West.
I think he gonna ride for Drake. Oh, what's the Houston cat from Rap A Lot Records? You know what I'm talking about? He owns Rap A Lot. He used to sell records out of his trunk.
Masterpiece?
Jay Prince.
Oh, Jay Prince. I'm old.
That's
Yeah, he fuck with him.
but that's Drake's people.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I
it
don't
would
know.
be Drake in the South versus the West Coast. Maybe the East Coast. I think the East Coast fucks with Kendrick Lamar a lot too. Midwest is just like
They lost they.
Midwest.
The East Coast need help right now.
No, they got Ice Spice.
I thought you was gonna come.
Thought I was feeling you.
Nah,
I wanted some lunch.
oh damn. I thought you was gonna say Griselda. Like, come on now. Like,
In terms of like, you know, influence and popular.
they're probably the next to really something. You know,
Yeah.
we get the East is just like, you know, they need a new 50, but 50's still holding his spot down. He's still holding it down for the East tough.
Yeah. Yeah.
Still making moves.
Yeah. 100%.
Go ahead.
Okay. So what else is happening with you guys out here in these Arizona streets? It's warming up now.
Yeah.
The weather's getting toastier.
Yeah.
Violence is among us now.
Yeah.
You might go outside and just have beef. You might just, you know, shit's flaring up out here. People crashing out over nothing.
Yeah.
You gotta be careful as the temperature rises, because people will get road rage, risk it all.
Yeah.
A lot of people aren't aware of that happens in Arizona. A lot of people don't even know black people are here. Black people are here, y'all. We in Arizona.
We around.
We around. We around this thing.
Yeah.
Oh, why is it that?
We did make it this far west.
We went past Arizona and
I'm
landed.
just saying, if you don't know, black people in Arizona, we did make it this far west.
Yeah.
We did.
Did y'all find it like, as y'all got older and like you're a child and you're learning about the world and how things are, and then you find out that there's people that look like you and maybe kind of talk like you and resemble you in a way. Then you learn like some of these people are struggling in different areas in the same country that you live in. Like if you go to a different city, you find the socioeconomic status are going to be a lot of brown people that kind of look like you in each city around the United States.
Uh-huh.
And then did you guys ever think about that? Like, what is that? I guess, people go like, is that racism? Is that a systemic issue? Why are these communities like this?
It's definitely systematic. It's definitely been done intentionally. I just don't. It's just been going on so long, people forget why. So the projects was an experiment.
It was a project.
That's where the projects, low income family housing, how all that started. It was a literal project to see what would happen when they put all these people together. And then as that was going on, redlining was happening. The reason for such a gap in the classes is because of home ownership.
Yeah, land ownership.
So it's definitely intentional. It did not happen this way by happenstance or accident. It was done intentionally. Yeah.
How would you guys describe what the hood is? Like, what is the hood? Is that a state of mind? Like, you and I kind of talked about, like, what is street and what does it mean to be a street person? Like, is that equivalent to being a hood person? Or are those different things?
Being a hood person.
Yeah, are these? I mean, these are just things that we've made up. By the way, like,
Well,
words, semantics, but like
they are, but like they come
what does it
from,
mean?
they come from. Well, okay, look, let me not just say that I'm the foremost authority on Ebonics. I'm just gonna say though that from what I know of being hood or being a hood person or coming from the hood being the shorter version of neighborhood, and the community from which we're all from, or from the streets being the thing that connects communities. So when you're a street nigga, that means you're connecting in the hood, and when you are from the hood, that means you're from the neighborhood, mostly from the ones that people around you know are also from. So if you go from somewhere and be like yelling, I'm from the hood, with no tag and no nothing, so like nobody knows what hood, then most likely people around you should know what hood you're meaning, and if they don't, then you're probably gonna look crazy. You know what I mean? Like, I'm from the hood, and you would like Harvard and shit, and they just like, what the fuck? Okay, good. So I think it needs to be associated with, I'm from like 41st Avenue. You know what I'm saying? That's my hood.
Right.
Some shit like that. It's about the community and whatever that group of people claim. Right. So it's a neighborhood, which is just a group of housing or a group of people. So from growing up, when I was claiming to be of hood status of anything, it was just because I was running with people in my neighborhood, and we were not even patrolling, like rolling the blocks, like just out everywhere.
Commerce of
just
that.
doing, not even controlling commerce at all. Like when I was young, what we were really doing, we was getting into hustling and doing all of that, but it was being out, it was connecting with people, it was we was on a basketball course, we go to this person's house, we was moving jewelry, we was doing everything, but it was just more being in the community, making the community move in a way. So you're just in the hood. We may go over here and connect with people over here, do things over here. It's just moving, and you were in the hood. You were doing things, and you did what you had to do every day to get what you needed to get and help people around you and help yourself. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you're straight. Yeah. So I'm not saying I'm of the hood like that, because the term now is all the ghetto aspects of, black entertainment. I feel like is what hood kind of embodies, like just the ghetto aspects of it. Like, oh, she a hood rat, the lowest of the hood. Oh, he hood, you know what I'm saying? So that he's a bad black man, or bad, ghetto, just ghetto.
Connotation is negative. There's no real positive connotations around being.
I mean, there is positive, because if you from the hood, the niggas like, oh, this nigga from the hood, you know what I'm saying? In that sense, if you are,
yeah,
connecting on that. But I'm saying I don't like that, because I don't like the bad the negative that's associated with it too.
That makes sense. I think that it's interesting me how we form our identity from like the places that we're from, and some of our identities is strictly the physical geolocation of the hood you're from. You know, like I'm a 43rd nigga. I'm a this, like wherever you're from, that is your name, your identity, like where you come from. And I think that is an interesting aspect of this existence. What I've seen people do.
People need, okay, when you grow up in such identical blocks and living arrangements, you need to find some sort of identity. Maybe the only identity that you can associate with is your street number. So then other people that grow up without their own, family structure or ability to have enough being poured into them so that they can build their own identities, they group together to then create a unified identity, which becomes their gang. And as a gang, then they start to look out for each other and start to form bonds and ties, which then get associated where they grow up, because that's where you spend most of your time. So of course you then feel some ownership to the block, even though you own nothing on the block. I mean, it's actually, in my mind, it felt natural in a sense, because these are the people around you, and then like you're always with them. If anybody messes with him, I got them. And then like also like it wasn't even, that's without the layer of my older brother and my uncles and my father are also, generation down from a gang, or from being a pimp, or from, what I'm saying? So you have all of that, and you watch that, and that influence on your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was around pimps and I was around gang members, but I didn't have that familial aspect also over my life, which I seen definitely keeps a lot of us generationally attached. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's I think criminality gets intertwined with identity as well. It's like,
I don't know if I'd call it criminality, man.
well, I do, because they'll send you to jail for doing it. They'll call it a crime. So culturally, to us, you and I might not think selling dope is a crime. Like, we just culturally, it's like a job. It's like, I that's what I do. But being here in America and doing that, they're gonna send your ass to jail.
Mm-hmm.
We grow up and with this mindset of like, you hustle. You have these different hustles and shit that we do because we've seen our older siblings and uncles and such do it, and it doesn't necessarily seem. It's not seen as like a bad thing. It's not like a negative connotation around it. It's almost like it's expected. Like, you got to go get money somehow. You got to go do these things somehow, and there's different avenues to go get it. So you learn a trade. You know what I'm saying? So I think that shit gets intertwined through media and music and television, and just people that get their personalities from the shit. Like, you can be so much more than just a dope dealer, right? Like, you can be so much more layers to you than that. But that is like the number one identity that's like pushed out. It's not like, they're not going to list all the other shit that you do before they say that thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know, for you, what you got, we don't want to take over the convo.
I just think that, all of us can be from the hood, but all of us are not from the streets.
Yeah.
So I think there's a clear distinction on the two, and the experience of being in that type of community. The streets have taken over, though.
Yeah.
The streets have taken over, and I wish I could remember the name of the experiment. I know it was an article that spoke on the correlation of the temperature and violent behavior. And so that's why, like, every summer, it's just these high amount of homicides and criminal activities and, just dysfunction overall. You know what I mean? Because
in relation to temperature going up.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because it's hot. It's hot. I read a lot, y'all, so I can't go into details and explanations and all that. Just know that it exists. There is an article. There is someone who actually spoke and articulated on the correlation of the high temperatures and violent behavior. So it's, again, one of those things where it's no coincidence. And, just understanding who we are at our human cores, you know what I mean? Like certain, we are built a certain way biologically in certain things. When it's off balance, if we're too hot, if it's overheated, chemically things are just not going as they should be. And we got to be aware of these things. We got to be aware of these things. So
I felt like my observation, my perception that came through observation, like pretty much like from like 16, 17 all the way up to like maybe 25, 26, every summer there was a death.
Yeah.
Somebody got shot, like, and I'll be like, something happens every summer.
Yeah.
And then like as a young adult, like shit, it kind of like calmed down, like I guess towards my late 20s or whatnot. But even then, every once in a while in my late 20s, early 30s, it would still happen.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think to your point, like we're being affected by the temperature, and there's like a malnourishment. It's like something in our mental is being affected by all these external stimulants, environmental stimulants. It could be the food, the temperature, just stress, just, fucking can't handle the stress of whatever the fuck.
When it's hot outside, you get hot inside.
Yeah.
Just like, what the fuck?
I have a whole different personality in the summertime, and I'm gonna be real honest. Like, my patience is real short. Yeah. I'm highly irritable, and don't ask me nothing, especially if I'm at the gas station. Sir, I don't care. I just want to hurry up and get to this stove, pay for my gas, and come back and get on about my business. I don't want to stop and talk to you. How you doing? I don't want to entertain it. I'm hot. It's 120 degrees outside. I'm hot, sir. Okay? Thank you.
We gotta start telling people, how's your day? Blazing. Fucking on fire right now.
Yeah.
I would sweat.
Yes.
I'm too damn dehydrated.
Yo, so
you need to drink more water out here, for real. Just drink more water.
Hydration is key, man. I feel like I'm in a constant battle with chasing my hydration. Like, before I go to bed, I be throwing down a bottle of water just so I can have it like sit in my body and not wake up with a headache. Y'all ever wake up because you dried out overnight?
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm constantly chasing that hydration, and it gets worse during the summer.
Well, one, it's better to eat your water than drink it. And that's just consuming more fruits.
Yeah.
You feel me? Vegetables, yeah, but not as much as the fruits, the melons. You know what I mean? Especially since we're going into summer, it's the season for melons. Get your melons up. It's going to be a difference. You're going to notice the difference. Be aware, though, that when you are when you are eating more melons, you are like cleansing your body, and you may drink some water and be like, what the is that? Because it happened to me. I went on a honeydew binge, and I drank some alkaline with spring water, and it tasted horrible. Horrible. I thought it was the container. Maybe something faulty happened with the packaging. Got another one out the fridge. Horrible. Tried a different bottle of water.
Did Arrowhead make this alkaline water?
Look, okay, I won't name any of the bottles of waters because but I'm telling you, it's a difference in your body. So it's better to eat your water than drink it. Your body's going to process it better. Your cells are going to absorb it a lot better. So just that out there.
Earl's this Song Lab. Earl had water. He had a part stake in one of those companies. This is wild out here, man.
What you mean?
He said, what do you mean? Well, I want to wrap this up with.
Look.
Oh, wait, you got something to say?
In this country, we fight for our freedoms.
Yeah.
One of those freedoms is freedom of speech. I think all the content that we do and all the media that we make, that is the number one freedom that allows us to remain authentic, real, and entertaining. I say things in good fun and in good faith. It's all love. At the same time,
I'll say, don't disrespect me. There's no at the same time.
at the same
I have to cut the camera away from him now. Yo, we had a really good conversation.
I gotta let it go. I gotta let it go. Okay.
Y'all, make sure you check out EarlAlex, Free the Truth on their platforms, until Phree. You guys want to go ahead and let people know where they can find you and if you got anything going on?
Free the Truth, PHREETHA, Truth. Put that in. I'm everywhere. Follow me. Tap in with me. Join me on my yoga journey on Goddess Vibes Yoga. Tap into Dear Black Men conversations on Instagram and Facebook. Got a lot of dope content coming up. RBG Explosion coming up. I'm hosting the entertainment portion for that weekend, so y'all come out for that. Happening Malcolm X's birthday weekend. So come out to the RBG Explosion. You know, it's a dope conference every weekend. You want to know where black people at? Go there.
Yeah.
There will be black people everywhere in that building. Okay. And then the Black Male Conference X coming up as well. I'll be in the building getting some content and some interviews with men for my Dear Black Men platform as well. So shout out to Cece for putting that wonderful event on. Go get your tickets. Absolutely. I think that's it. Y'all.
Nice. All right.
To all my black people, real not a act people. This is EarlAlex. Yo, tuning in to the podcast that has the best cast. You are now listening to the Black Man with it. I ain't gonna keep going. I'm just playing with y'all niggas. Look, I'm just playing with y'all niggas. Look, it's EarlAlex, yo. I'm here again with some wonderful, beautiful people. And what I got going on coming up next, really, I'm doing the Black Arizona podcast right now. Doing that out of the Culture Hub. It's great getting that set up, getting that going, getting that started. We love the support that we've been getting, and we are in need of more support. There are ways to get on the show. Really, we're all over Facebook. You can find us on Instagram, Black Arizona. That's our Facebook group. Join the group, and we also have a page like that, all that. We have a YouTube, Black Arizona on YouTube. Black Arizona Podcast is probably the best way to find us right now. Outside of that, I will be coming with Sage on stage later this year. That's going to be a fuller production, events, and other things like that. That is a show that's going to be pretty much entertainment and education. So edutainment, and it's going to be a mixed content show where I think you guys will enjoy what we have for you. But you can just follow me on EarlAlex, Facebook, Instagram, and all of that. And what I'm really doing right now is just highlighting a lot of the projects that I'm working on, doing a bunch of things, everything from commercials, short films, series, and everything, just working in a lot of different capacities in order to understand this entertainment game better so I can bring more advice, bring more know-how to the table when I'm working with creatives and artists, and also, understanding business and a bit of marketing, all those good things. That's fun, so you'll catch all of that when you follow me.
All right, man. That's what's up. Is there anything else you guys want to discuss before we close out? Any trending, anything going on?
Black Male X Conference, June 7th through 9th. That's a 3-day event. She was already talking about it. Going to be at the Doubletree in Tempe. It's dope. Y'all should get a ticket. Go show up. Even before then, though, for real, the RGB weekend, go ahead. Show up now. Show up, pay for the door, get in the building, get connected. It's a great networking event. You'll find wonderful vendors that are there supporting us black people, supporting and loving all us. You want to be in the building for that. That's beautiful, of course. So what else there's other things.
Unpopular opinion. Amanda Seales is not wrong.
Oh shoot.
Oh, okay. I knew he had something. I knew he had something to say about
Unpopular opinion right now.
Unpopular.
Well, you wanna unpack that?
How's she not wrong?
I just relate to a lot of her experiences and understand what it's like to carry that type of energy into rooms with you, and understanding how it's easy to call the Black woman the problem. So, that's where I'm at with it.
So, do you have a problem with that? Oh no, that was it too soon. I didn't mean to. No, I'm joking. That was just a joke for real. But really, I didn't. Why is everybody all trumped up on what she had to say? I've seen snippets. I've read a little bit, but I ain't watched the whole thing. So.
I just feel it wasn't the regular, lighthearted, easygoing conversation.
It didn't sound too bad.
It didn't. If you're listening, it didn't sound bad. But if you're easily offended, or you always feel like, if you're a person who likes to point fingers, there's a problem, right? So, to me, I don't feel like anything was said wrong, but I also have followed the Shay Shay platform, and it just wasn't the lighthearted, funny, captivating interview. He was being challenged throughout the interview, and I don't think people like seeing Unc being challenged in an interview. You know what I mean?
Not
so,
Shay Shay.
right, yeah.
No, she had to break things down a couple of times as far as why she felt she wasn't supported, and why some situations felt racial to her.
But he's coming at it from, his
a different generation.
His generation, different man thought.
Yeah.
He
And I
comes
don't-
from the South.
I don't feel like his
racism is
questions were
different in the
wrong.
South.
Yeah.
I don't feel like his questions were wrong at all, because like he said, no adult likes to be questioned by a child. And that's beyond race. Yeah, that's the overall, if you're in an authoritative situation like a teacher, you don't want your student correcting you.
100%. What you mean? That's what I'm here for.
So yes, it is a problem.
teacher.
But
Yeah.
now, not only are we having a teacher feeling like this child is correcting me, but this Black child is correcting me. And we can't act like that's not a layer to the issue.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not the only one, but it is a factor. So, yeah, that's just me just listening to the interview.
And I related with her on several of those things. There's been times where I've been at odds with grown-ups as a child, simply because they either accuse me of something, or they think I'm being precocious, like being better than them.
Yeah.
And so, I've had to check adults when I was younger on this, which probably was a weird experience for them, thinking about it now as I'm older. Like a third or fourth grader coming up to an adult and saying like, "Hey, do you like me? Are we good? Do you have an issue with me?
Right.
Like you're treating me differently than other
Right.
students. I just want to know why." And I know that growing up, that rubbed my coaches the wrong way in sports.
Mm-hmm.
That affected my sports ability. That affected my teachers and shit like that.
Yeah.
And then also, I was rowdy at times. I was.
Maybe your coach was like, "Nah, make everyone who look like you run 3 extra laps."
Well, I didn't want to. It's almost like they want you to fit in with what everyone else is doing, but my personality, it doesn't always fit like that.
Yeah.
Like I will be loud, like I will do something outrageous if I think it's gonna make everyone laugh.
Right.
Like I have that.
You will be black.
I don't even know if it's black.
I'm just.
It's
I'm
a
just.
rambunctious
I
young
get it.
man with a lot of
There's
energy.
a lot of energy, right? And they'll what
We'll be a
they're gonna
Right.
do is they're gonna be like, he's on the spectrum.
Right.
They try to throw me up on the spectrum. Try to give you medication.
Right.
You know what I mean? Shit like that.
Oh, man, I tried all 32 flavors of Ritalin, bro.
Only thing I'm on right now.
Nah, they
that
was
honey
running me
pack.
through. They was like, all right, yeah. Said that honey pack.
If we get some honey pack sponsors, I'm gonna be in my 50s in about 12 years. And
Wow.
But even in that case, were you the only boy who was like that in class?
I was one of the few black boys in class.
But I'm just saying, just in comparison, were you the only boy?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think so. But no, I was the only one. In every set, in most settings where I have like an authoritative figure and they're telling me to do something, like I follow directions easily. Like school was easy as fuck.
Yeah.
Like, the answers are in the book. I'm gonna write down the answers because y'all gave us this shit.
Right.
But if it's something where I feel like you speaking to me in a manner that I find offensive or talking down to me or looking at me lesser as a person just because I'm smaller than you or a child, I will check you on that shit.
Yeah.
And I would talk to adults in the manner of like, I'm not going to call you out your name, but you're not going to call me out my name. We're not going to be disrespectful to each
Right.
other. And I found like my relationships with some of people that I felt like maybe should have had my back at the time
Yeah.
were not good. I would find maybe, I would say there's 2 or 3 adults that maybe understood me though.
Mm-hmm.
They were like, yeah, he's different.
Yeah.
He's going to be something. I don't know. Like they pumped me up to believe like
Yeah.
more in myself.
Yeah.
And I had a couple of people like that. One of them was actually Miss Barrett.
Miss Barrett, she was the shit.
She
She held it down for me too, yo.
She kicked you out, right? Did she kick you out?
No.
Oh, I don't know. I thought someone kicked you.
Oh wait. No, Miss Barrett was cool.
Okay, she was cool.
They had a what's up?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, she was cool. I was always kicking it with her after class was let out. I go into her class.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was always awesome. You're talking about Miss Bullard. That's who kicked me out. Miss Bullard, bro.
Yeah.
That's who kicked me out.
Okay. We need a
Everybody need to heal from
heal
her
from that.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was on some shit.
It's like the room changed when you speak about that. Nobody know who she is but us.
Breath.
Yeah. Right. Nobody knows you. Let's get back to it.
But for Amanda Seale, there is neurodivergent people.
Mm-hmm.
There are people that like, I know sometimes the way I come across, my effect emotionally might be a little bit delayed.
Yeah.
My laugh might come a little bit later. My emotional empathy for what you're going through might be a little bit delayed.
Yeah.
And I see those things in myself. Like I want to be more engaged into the human experience, but sometimes I'm just not there.
Yeah.
I just don't give people that. And I think sometimes it might come across as a person doesn't give a fuck or they're trying to play some type of manipulative game or some shit.
Yeah. I get that because sometimes I'm very nonchalant about things, and again, people can misread it, and I'm just like, I'm just chilling. You know what I mean? Like I'm just chilling. But I think even in that aspect, we have to be able to give each other more grace. You know what I mean? Like maybe she's not fully aware of how that comes across. You know what I mean? So people may take you wrong even though what you're saying ain't wrong. You know what I mean? So communication, 10% is only verbal. Everything else, your movement, your tone, everything else is factored into what you're saying. Yeah. So I'm also fully aware of that aspect. However, it's just we all just have to put more into the communication fact. Just put more into it, because the same way you feeling like she could have did something better, you could have did something better too. You know what I mean?
I always err on the side of making sure people feel the fact that it's okay to not give a fuck in life a little bit.
But
like
see,
when I talk, and I know it gets perceived really bad.
That's what I was gonna say. So even in that realm, even if you're operating in that realm, people are still gonna take you wrong.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
Like it's okay to not give a fuck.
Yeah.
And I don't give a fuck.
I think subconsciously when people witness other people not falling prey to the pressures of society, it angers them because they're not capable of doing it themselves because they would like to. From my observations in America, not many of us are happy with what's going on in America, how we have to operate, how hard we have to work, yada, yada, yada. So when you feel trapped into a certain operation, a certain system of life, and you see someone operating outside of that, such as not giving a fuck, it makes you feel a certain way.
Yeah, well, it makes you feel open and available and able to be you too. And then like getting there though is kind of crossing that barrier of comfortability.
For those who are in a healthy space, it will be.
Yeah,
Most Americans are not in a healthy space.
Like I try to use doing the exact thing in the moment that I think is expected and wanted, and then I also try to use subverting the moment in a way where it can be more authentic. But at each step, what I'm doing essentially is trying to find a more real and more congruent me by also not fitting the mold at that time. So I do like to say things that are different or edgy in my own mind, and sometimes it's not that crazy. Sometimes it's dumb and I miss a lot. But I like doing that and testing that in this reality, whether it be for entertainment appeal or if it's just for experience. Like I really don't even need pictures. I don't even go back and look at pictures or anything like that, like because I take experience as it comes. But then at the same time, I understand why that's so important, because you can relive those experiences, right?
Yeah.
But the pictures, like back in the day when we were on the streets, you didn't really take pictures like that. You didn't really, let's say how I was living. I wasn't taking pictures like that of everything I was doing and like jumping in everybody's pictures and doing things like that. It was more like, all right, that would take you out of the moment for one, and for two, we weren't always trying to take pictures like that. Yeah. So in a sense, I think being as real as you can to the situation and being able to offend and being able to be humiliated, being, opening yourself up to, the openness without expectation of what the end result will be. I think that's the edge at which the best creators or the people who are really living life are on, and what a lot of us strive to attain to be at every given moment of the day, not just in some systematic mode of living where you're being controlled by the outcome.
Yeah, you want to get to your highest self and your more authentic you, and some of us get there and we express it and we articulate. Like, we're not going to fold on things for money or power or clout or whatever the fuck is the exchange of value.
Yeah, it again, it's just like you're saying, for money. Like, for people, there's a lot of people who will do a lot of things for $1 million. You feel me? And when you're the one person in the room who's holding on to their moral compass and saying, I can't compromise myself for $1 million. Yeah. Everybody else who's willing to is looking at you like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
get this guy out the room. You know what I mean? Like, he's throwing off the vibe because I'm
my $1 million.
You know what I mean? I'll do it.
Look,
you know what I mean?
I'll do it for less. You smell like $1 million. Get this man who smell like I lost $1 million away from me.
I just want to encourage, and I know that Amanda Seales brings on a lot of mixed responses, whatever. However, just saying that any person who has reached the level of being sure of themselves, sure of your thoughts and your feelings and how you want to move in this life, there are people who are not sure of themselves and will find you to be the problem because you do. You know what I mean? So, like, just be confident in who you are. Just keep walking that journey. Like, don't let the thoughts of what people are calling offensive deter you. If that wasn't your intentions, then keep moving in light. Because far too often we falter, or we dampen ourselves, or turn down our lights because other people can't handle it. That's their problem, not yours.
Factuals. All right, guys. Well, thank you for coming on today's show.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
It's dropped a lot of game. You guys see anything else there, Earl? You sound surprised the conversation's concluding. Been here for an hour. This has been an hour.
It's been an hour?
It's been an hour.
Good Lord. I'm a little surprised. I mean, I was really thrown off by the laughing. The laughing was hitting. There was some laughing going on in the background. Some laughing. She was hitting. He was like, that was a hearty laugh. Don't tell me. I want to hear the
good old time over there.
I want to hear that shit. If I was to say anything, which I really don't need to say nothing because we touched on so many good damn topics. You know what I'm saying? They was good topics. But if I was to say something, if you gave me a minute or two, then I'd probably just waste your time. I'd just waste your fucking time. I'd waste your fucking time. I'd waste your time because you're wasting time right now.
I mean, if you guys,
when you're done with this episode, subscribe, share, and follow it. And then after that shit, go do something with your life. Go get something
talk to the camera.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you want some motivation? Here's the motivation. You wasted a second listening to me give you fucking motivation. You didn't even need this shit. You know what you need to do. Why the fuck would I tell you? How the fuck would I know what you need to do? But you know what you need to do. So why do you need me to tell you what you need to do? You just need to fucking do it. Call that motivation. After it gets done, think about what you did. That should motivate you to do the thing again. Keep doing it. Hey, you might be somewhere. You might be better than where you are now. Fuck it. Where you are now is better than where you were, wasn't it? All right then. Get going. The fuck are you listening to me for? Get moving. It's motivation, motherfucker. Motivation. All right.
Okay, man.
Well, yeah, that's what they need, right?
Yo, Earl has never had a problem being his authentic self. Any of his personalities that come take control of the vehicle here is just, it's always a pleasure, sir. Thank you. Thank you for joining.
Glad I motivate you.
Phree, you got any motivational words?
Oh, shit.
I'll share an affirmation, a mantra, if you will, that I use whenever things don't make sense in life. You'll understand why it's going on. The universe is conspiring in your favor.
I say.
Shay. I so Lord. Oh, should have got bad. Should have not.